Hello, and welcome to FSM News. I'm Dominique Peters.
And I'm Marquise Brown. FSM News is a product of Free Spirit Media, which is a nonprofit organization that empowers youth voice.
Free Spirit Media, in partnership with the Gary Comer Youth Center, After School Matters, and the Medill School of Journalism, present FSM News.
Students are starting to feel the impact of CTA bus routes. If you're not familiar with the change, CTA bus cuts went into effect on February 7th.
And many trains and buses are on a reduced service schedule. 9 express bus routes have been eliminated. Up next, we'll hear about what a few students had to say about the change and how it affected their travel. FSM's Tabashane Brown has more.
Weeks later, after the CTA service cuts, students say they are still getting used to the changes. On the first day of cutbacks, ABC 7 News say they reported that over 60 Lindblom High School students were late to school and blamed the CTA. I personally wasn't affected because I get a ride, but here's more on how the students are feeling about the cuts. Delayed bus routes, few express buses, and some angry students are the results of the recent CTA service cuts.
I got demerits from my teachers and stuff, my advisor for being late to school. I had to walk to school all the way back from Stony all the way over to Ingleside.
Usually buses will come after buses, but now you gotta wait a long time.
Nathan rides the bus every day to school. In addition to the longer wait times, he's also not happy about having to make sacrifices in order to make it to school on time.
Get up much earlier, which I don't like. It takes me like 45 to an hour to get to school now.
Students aren't the only ones feeling the effect of the change in bus routes, but teachers are too. Katie Estes, an art teacher at GCYC, says she now has to wait about 30 minutes for a bus when it used to take less than 10 minutes. She has some suggestions on how problems can be solved.
What needs to be done is obviously figuring out budget and who's going to be affected if they're going to cut stuff, and the people who are mainly affected are the ones who buy the tickets and who buy the fares and all that kind of thing. I would hope they would add in those express buses that they took away, because those are very important, especially the ones that come from the southeast side and go up to downtown, because we're so far east they don't reach the L.
For now, CTA bus riders will have to learn to cope with the service cutbacks. The CTA faces a budget gap of almost $100 million. For FSM News, I'm Tabashane Brown. Many CTA bus riders are planning their commute by using CTABusTracker.com. It's a GPS device that will measure when your bus will arrive at your stop. Many students may want to use this so they can avoid demerits and detentions, and they will arrive to school on time. Back to you.
Thanks for watching. We hope that you are enjoying our show so far.
Coming up next, we'll find out whether or not teens still believe in old superstitions.
We will have more after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FSM News. Dominique, what do you think will happen if you were to break this mirror into many pieces?
Well, I guess people would say that I would get 7 years of bad luck, but I really don't believe that. Do you?
No, not really, because I've broken a lot of mirrors before, and I don't seem to have bad luck yet.
True. We wanted to see if teens today believed in old superstitions. FSM's Shamicia Davis talked to a few teens in the Gary Comer Youth Center. Take a look.
You've heard the superstitious sayings. If you step on a crack, then you break your mother's back. And if your hands are itching, then you're likely to get some money. These sayings are called superstitions. If you're wondering why I didn't go the other way, it's because of the saying, if you split the pole, you'll have bad luck. The question of the day is, do teens believe in these superstitions?
Yes, because it always happens to me. Add to it, somebody talks about you.
No, I do not believe in superstition.
They say like if you get bad luck for walking under a ladder. I've walked under plenty of them and I haven't had any bad luck at all.
Instead of believing in superstition, Some teens trust their own intuition.
I feel there's no such thing as bad luck. Things just happen for a reason.
We all have our beliefs and opinions about things. For FSM News, I'm Shamicia Davis.
You know, Marquise, many of us probably learned our first superstitions from our parents and our grandparents. But I think teens today are making up their own new superstitions that they're going to pass down.
Yeah, you're right, Dominique. I guess we can call those new age superstitions. Up next, in Teen Talk, Kimani Cannon and Sterling Hill have more on superstitions of this generation.
Hi, I'm Kimani.
And I'm Sterling.
And this is Teen Talk. This week, our focus is on superstition. There are so many superstitions that we already know about, but we want to let teens know about new age superstitions.
We have 3 superstitions that we feel every teen should know about.
Number 1, before a big test, eat at least 2 peppermints. This will make sure that your brain is functioning well and you'll do great on the test.
Number 2, never snack before you sleep, or you'll have a nightmare that the same food you ate is going to get you.
And number 3, never, and I mean never, keep the possession of an unwanted ex or they'll be tied to you forever.
Remember these 3 things and your life will be beautiful. And also, remember to hit up our Facebook and become a fan. Search FSM News.
Coming up next, we will talk about some of the superstitions that athletes have before a game.
As a softball player, I have my own superstitions. I always wear my number 3 jersey and my purple headband. Gives me good luck.
Sports is coming up next, so stay with us. Thanks for staying with us.
From Lucky Socks and getting excited by your favorite song, athletes have their own superstitious things they do to get ready for a big game.
Whatever it takes to win, I guess. Here's FSM's DeAndre Armstrong with more on sports superstitions.
Many famous sports players have very unique superstitions they believe in. Men'sFitness.com put together a top 10 list in 2009. Some of the players that stood out were Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, and Lyoto Machida. Michael Jordan, during his legendary career, wore his University of North Carolina shorts under his uniform in every game. Serena Williams brings her shower sandals to the court, tying her shoelaces a specific way, bouncing the ball 5 times before her first serve and twice before her second. Lyoto Machida, a UFC light heavyweight champion, drinks his own urine. He believes urine is a natural medicine that cleanses the body. So, is there anything superstitious that you do before a big game? Gary Comer College Prep basketball player Alexis Osborne has her own superstitions when playing basketball.
Before a game, I always listen to one of my favorite songs, Jay-Z, Run This Town.
Well, that's our show. We hope that you enjoyed our newscast this week.
Next week, we'll have more teen talk and sports. Until then, visit our Facebook page, search FSM News, and comment on our page.
You can also check us out on abc7chicago.com under the community section. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Free Spirit Media partners with schools and organizations to provide education, access, and opportunity in media production to underserved urban youth. Through hands-on production of their own media content, participants build life skills in communication, critical and independent thinking, teamwork, and the use of technology. Believing that youth perspectives are a critical element of American culture, Free Spirit Media actively distributes student work to a range of audiences. Participants' dreams and aspirations grow, and in turn, their voices and visions benefit our society.